It's a really collaborative space where I can learn and I can read, I can hang out with my friends.
You know, you can see a shift in how they act and carry themselves in the building.
Designing a building is creating something that people inhabit, that they dwell within. And if it's done well, it really has the power to uplift and improve the lives of the people who inhabit those buildings. So it's quite a privilege to be able to design buildings for people who may not have had a quality environment due to overcrowding of their existing facilities, or the buildings they've had before have aged beyond their use, whatever the reason is.
They've created not just a classroom environment, but they've created what's more like a mini campus.
This project was done under a P3 model. So a P3 is a public-private partnership, and it allows a private organization to help fund the project.
The P3 that we initiated was for the design, the build, the finance, and maintain of 6 schools over a 30-year period.
And so what that did for the school district, it allowed them to build these 6 schools faster and more cost-effective for the taxpayers than a traditional delivery model. So what it does is it gives basically a 30-year process of paying for the schools, and it also includes a maintenance agreement for the operation and maintenance of the schools over the next 30 years.
And so for us, it was a cost-saving measure as well as a better use of funds to preserve our assets.
It was a relatively quick design schedule. So we had to leverage our teams from different offices to handle the overall design of the schools. It's one of the strengths of Stantec is that we have people all over with the similar skill sets that we can bring in to help execute large projects like this.
The lines of communication had to be open and very clear from the onset, not just for the design team, but for the building team, the user group, the local authorities who were going to be reviewing and approving the projects. Very large amounts of information that had to be tracked and disseminated to all the different teams.
That allowed us to use a lot of design elements from one school to the next to make the design process more efficient.
So we had 4 prototype middle schools. We had one middle school that was 4 stories instead of 2, and then one campus that was a pre-K through 8 academy. Collectively, these buildings were almost 1 million total square feet. And they were all being designed and constructed at the same time. So that's quite a bit of space to think about all at once. It took a lot of strategy by our team to think about the ways that we could most efficiently design these buildings and put our drawings together, but also still make sure that our solutions were creative and that we were creating environments that really supported student learning and engagement.
We really wanted to incorporate a 21st century design, from the immense daylighting to the varied spaces to the opportunity for each school to make it its own. This design provides us with what we need to deliver our program.
You want to have a school building in which you're cultivating an area that kids can feel like they're owning their learning, that they're not confined to a desk day by day.
They're really helpful for projects because not everybody is always in the hallway. So if the classroom gets crowded and you need a quiet place to work or to record something for a project, they're really good.
From STEAM labs to audio-visual rooms to production studios to orchestra rooms. This school provides all of that so that students can try new stuff, and they have the ability to do it all in one place.
It has prepared our students to work differently and meet their needs as a learner.